Narcotic Bureau officials who were arrested for peddling narcotics further remanded. Discussions about the empty New Diamond vessel held under the patronage of the Attorney General. 3 buses belonging to organised criminal Ladia seized by police. A very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Yuki Portia. Starting off with your local news. 13 police narcotic bureau officers arrested on the charge of trafficking heroin with drug traffickers were remanded until the 22nd of September by Colombo Additional Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage today. Deputy Solicitor General Dilip Appiris, appearing for the Attorney General, said the investigation revealed the 14th suspect in the case, identified as Udara Sampath, was involved in trafficking drugs with suspect PNB personnel. He also said, according to the investigations, Udara Sampath is currently residing overseas, and with intervention 55 SIM cards were obtained from the telecommunication service provider, adding the drug trafficking operation was carried out in a very organized manner. 9 of the 13 police narcotic bureau officers are charged under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and investigations are continuing against them. Considering a request made, the additional magistrate ordered the manager of a state bank to release details of bank accounts to the Criminal Investigations Department, as the money in the accounts are suspected to contain the income generated from drug trafficking. Meanwhile, the case filed against Minister Vimal Veeravancha regarding the misuse of vehicles was postponed to the 25th of January. The case was taken up in the 4th Magistrates Court today. Minister Vimal Veeravancha addressing the media while leaving the court.
The committee appointed by the Honourable Prime Minister will convene this evening at 6 p.m. to discuss some of the shortcomings that have arisen in the draft of the 20th Amendment. We will discuss this matter further and will convene again if required.
State Minister Dilum Amanugama, addressing an event in Gampal, expressed his views on the 20th Amendment to the Constitution.
Now the main slogan of the opposition is about the 20th. I would like to inform them that they are not the ones making decisions. If they wanted to bring in the 19th in the past, they would have introduced it. If they wanted to bring the 20th, it could have been done. They were given the responsibility to run the country by bringing in either the 25th, 30th or a 40th. The earlier government was defeated because the 19th Amendment, which was said to be favourable for the country, failed. The 19th Amendment was brought to remove the Rajapaksa family from politics. This could have been considered successful, at least if it had happened. However, the 19th Amendment gave the Prime Ministerial post to the elder brother and the presidency to the younger brother. The people have given us a strong mandate now more than ever. This government has a responsibility to use that power and help the people. Therefore, we believe that the people have given us the power to make amendments, and those amendments should be introduced to Parliament.
Representatives of all institutions involved in the empty New Diamond ship operation met the Attorney General today. The General Manager of the Marine Environment Protection Authority, Dr. Thani Pradeep Kumar, stated that discussions will be held on whether to bring the ship ashore. If the ship is to be towed away, the process will also be discussed. The purpose of the discussion is to take formal decisions to resolve the issue in a manner that does not harm the country's marine resources and the economy. Dr. Thani Pradeep Kumar said this is the first time that all parties involved in the operation of the wrecked ship have held discussions together. Moving on, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa urges scholars to support the government's progress. Now, the President made this request while participating in a program held at the Viatmaga office in Athulkote last afternoon.
The President points out that the responsibility of identifying the areas where the political authorities should intervene and formulate plans and policies for the future of the country without facing any involvement is borne by Viatmaga. The President pointed out to Viatmaga that the organization could also guide the future activities of state ministries. The President further stated that all development activities should be carried out in a manner that protects the environment. Explaining the decisions taken at the Viatmaga Executive Council to the active members of the organization, the President emphasized the possibility of contributing to policy making at the local level. Launched in April 2016, Viatmaga is an organization of scholars, intellectuals and entrepreneurs spread across a wide range of fields.
Now, the 17th day of the Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative got underway today. Today's 6 Gum at the teams are touring 3 districts in search of unresolved burning problems of the people.
Our Gammadda teams touring Trincomalee, Kurunegala and Hambantota will meet people to identify their issues. The Gammadda door-to-door initiative is currently underway together with University of Peradeniya. Our Gammadda team touring the Kurunegala district reached the Meethanwala, Katuwala, Inguruwatta and Gonadeniya villages attached to the Mawatagama Divisional Secretariat. Our team entered the Sri Gunananda Vidyalaya in Yatigala. Sri Gunananda Vidyalaya in Yatigala produced students that performed exceptionally well at the last year's GCE ordinary level examinations. However, the students do not have proper infrastructure facilities and are studying under a tree. When it rains, they lose that option as well.
This might be an ordinary clay hut for you and me, but for the students behind me, this is their one and only classroom to which they come to every day to learn and go through their studies. All they ask for is for a proper structure to be built and for this clay hut to be turned into a classroom. Because when it rains, this place obviously gets wet. These students obviously face a lot of difficulties when they go through their studies. And as you can see, this is a grade 3 classroom. They're obviously primary students. They have a lot of hope. They have a lot of potential to be just as talented as any other student. So all they ask for is for a proper classroom that is a lot better than an average mud hut.
Another team toured Awullegama Padiniya villages attached to the Wariyapula Divisional Secretariat and Kadapathvihara villages attached to the Bamanukotua Divisional Secretariat. The villages in the Kadapathvihara are engaging in the traditional pottery industry. They say due to the lack of raw material, carrying out their livelihood has become difficult. Another Gammadda team toured the Trincomalee district. The remnants of the 30-year-old war can still be seen at the Senayur village attached to the Veragal Divisional Secretariat. The villagers are suffering without proper sanitary facilities. Lack of water for cultivation has also become an issue. Another Gammadda team visited the Salli Sambalthi fishing village in Trincomalee district. They say the estuary filling with sand has become an issue.
Right now we are in the Trincomalee district and this is Salli Gramam fishing port. So the main grievance these people have is the fact that the entrance to the sea from this port has been blocked by sand after the tsunami, according to these people. So usually the place that I'm standing here is supposed to be 6 feet deep. So before the tsunami it was 6 feet deep, but right now there is not even water up to my knee. So usually a boat would be able to flow through this area and enter the sea, but right now the people have to get off the boat and push it to the sea just to earn a living for a day.
The team that visited the Hambantota district this morning visited Tangol, Rekawa and Marakulya villages.
Taking a look back at your local news, police have decided to implement the priority lane law from today. Our correspondent said heavy traffic could be seen in several locations in Colombo.
The priority lane law has been re-implemented commencing from today. Accordingly, the law was enforced in 4 roads entering Colombo. Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of the Traffic Division, Indika Hapugoda, said that 4 roads were selected for this under the first stage.
කොළඹට ඇතුළු වන තෝරාගත් මාර්ග 4ක එනම් සීජාවතුරුපුර මාර්ගය
Priority lane rule is in effect across 4 selected roads that leads to Colombo. Road from Sri Jayawardhanapura, road from the Pulduva junction to Horton Plains, Baseline Road, Kalaniya Bridge to the High Level Road from the Anula Vidyalaya, as well as the Gaul Road. 1,500 police officers are deployed to manage the traffic. 150 female officers have also been deployed. What we are expecting is to create discipline on the roads, as well as the safety of the stakeholders to create a disciplined, well-mannered community that obey all traffic rules.
මාර්ග සංඥා වලට අවනත වෙලා ඒ වගේම සංඥා වලට අවනත වී මන්තිරු නීතිය ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම සඳහා
Senior DIG Deshabandhu Tennakone visited the Boralla Ayurveda roundabout to observe the process. With the implementation of the priority lane rule, heavy traffic was seen on many roads entering Colombo this morning. This was the situation in Vallavatta to Kolpiti along the Gaul Road. The road from baseline Urugodavatta junction to Dematagoda was also heavily congested. Our correspondent said that the rerouting of traffic offenders was done here. The access roads to Colombo on the Palayagoda Kandy Main Road and the roads to Colombo on the Palayagoda Nigambu Road were congested. Heavy traffic was reported on the high-level road from Nugegoda to Thumulla this morning.
Meanwhile, the UNP working committee is to be convened today.
Vajira Abeyewardene will be named as the deputy leader of the United National Party. Giving this position to Vajira is equal to giving the UNP to SLPP and the Avant-Garde. If you give the deputy leadership to Vajira and provide this leadership to the brother God Sakkara, even that person will not be able to lift the UNP. The party will not receive any votes. No one will come close to the party. These are people who divided the good governance government. When the former government took steps to take away a duty of the Navy and vested it with their friends, the Avant-Garde, and when the good governance government was investigating into this, who was the minister in charge of the ministry where staff members and additional secretaries went overseas? When they were summoned to court, they went overseas. What happened? These matters delayed the problem.
And with that, it's a wrap of Lunchtime News here on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Yuki Proshia. Take care and good day.